we'll start the DXY analysis and what to expect in DXY. And then we'll proceed to EURUSD and CAD USD. And then Legs will take over from there. Will take us through JPY basket and JPY, GBP JPY. So that's what we are planning for today. I can see only 3 guys, but I believe we don't need everyone to be in the meeting so that we can start. So we'll start immediately. So let's start with our weekly analysis in DXY. What do we have in weekly? So if you check all through in DXY, we've been having a strong push to the upside. You had this strong push to the upside in the market. You had this move. The same case with EURO has been bearish because of DXY has been bullish. So for us to trade EURO, to take trades in EURO from where it is, we need to understand why you are doing that. We need to know, or we need to predict DXY and the overall trend of DXY or like retracement to whichever point that we want to take profit in EURO. So in DXY, we have this weekly gap. We have this weekly gap that has been traded. So I'll mark it as the weekly gap. So let me mark it 1 week gap. Change the color. So we have weekly gap. Let me mark it out. Just 3. So that's what we have in weekly. So we have this weekly fair value gap that has been traded. We are in this supply in weekly. So we expect a pullback from this area in weekly. We expect a pullback, small pullback probably. Let's check in daily what we have. So if you check the last time we had this DXY, we came and manipulated this low. And then we pushed higher. The same case with YOLO. We manipulated a high, and then now we've been bearish all through. So in daily, let me narrow down this. We have this this whole area is a supply that we're expecting the market to react from, of which we reacted from this daily gap. You have a daily gap above here. You have a daily gap here. It coincides with the weekly fair value gap also. So you have this daily gap that was traded also. So I won't mark it. I'll go and mark the extreme point at the 4 hours. We also had this daily gap. So let's narrow down to 4 hours. So in 4 hours, in this point of interest, in our point of interest, we also had this 4 hour gap which was traded. This one I'll mark out. So we had this 4 hour gap. Let me mark it out. We had this 4 hours fair value gap. So we have traded both. We have traded weekly, daily, and 4 hours fair value gap. So after trading, you want to dive into the current data. What do we have after trading the daily, weekly? You have traded the weekly supply. You have traded the daily fair value gap. You are at a point of interest. That's the main thing first. So what did you have in 1 hour of the current data? So in the current data, we had this market structure shift in 1 hour. So we had this market structure shift in 1 hour, and then a pullback to a point of interest here, to the last this supply, this last chain. And these are supply, so I'll mark it, and we had a gap here. So in force, let me confirm in force. Yeah. So in 1 hour, we had this supply at at OT level. We had this 1 hour gap, and then market reacted, respected the gap in 1 hour, and it started to pull back. So we're expecting this market to come and fill up this imbalance here. We have this whole imbalance. So in the X-ray, I'm expecting a retracement to this area. This imbalance was both in daily. We had this in 4 hours, 1 hour, and the lower time frame, that is. So this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting this is a trend here. So I'm expecting this to come and fill up the whole imbalance. So this is what I'm expecting in DXY. So as long as DXY will pull back to this area, then all the other pairs you expect if in EURO we expect in EURO USD we expect a pullback. That's why we took a buy on last Friday. So on USD card we expect sales, because overall I'm seeing that the USD will weaken a little bit. So that's why you're expecting a buy in EURO and a sell on USD card. So since we have a grasp of what is happening in DXY, now we can dive into EURUSD and USD card. So far, from where we are, anyone has a question on this? Alex, Dan. So I'll go to EURUSD if no one has a question. So let's just go to EURUSD. So in EURUSD, what do we have? So we'll start with weekly. Let me clear all these things. So we'll start here on weekly. So the same case, market in euro we had a very strong bearish move. We came back to this supply in weekly. This is the last supply. This is the last chain that I expect the market to react from. So that's what we have. We had this imbalance that was not respected. The market decided to trade below. Let's check in daily what we have. So also in daily we had this structure break above. So we had this low. So we have this daily demand. So we are reacting from the daily demand. Given that in DXY we are seeing we might have sales. So from this area we expect buys in euro USD. So in 4 hours also, let check in 4 hours. So we are expecting buys. So above here you have a gap in daily, this daily gap. So we expect a retracement from this zone to around this area, so that the first take profit will be around here. So after that, probably we'll see how the DXY behave, and then probably we might have a continuation to the upside. All if we fail to take out this high and respect this area, then it might continue pushing downwards. But that we'll leave that for later. So generally for me, I'm expecting USD to enter in a bullish momentum, a little bit of bullish. We might also take out this high. So let's go in daily, in 4 hours. In 4 hours, you have this fair value gap. We had an invasion here in 4 hours. We have this invasion in 4 hours. So you have a daily gap, you have a 4 hours invasion. So we need to have this pullback from this area up to around this area. So the first take profit from the trade that you are holding will be around here. That will be around 100 pips. That around 1:8. And the second take profit, expecting to be around this area, where we might get potential sales from this zone. So let's go to 1 hour and let's see why we decided to take the sell. So if you check in 1 hour, we reacted from the daily supply, weekly supply. After reacting from that zone, he had this structure shift in 1 hour. He had this structure shift in 1 hour. So the first trade, we are expecting to take a trade from this area. This is where you were expecting to take a trade, but the market decided to push lower to this last order, to this last demand. So price push to this last demand. So immediately our buy position were triggered, and I'm still holding my buy position. So the first one failed. It got in the second one also. So this still holding, our trades are at a break even. So expect this market to push above to this area. So that my analysis on that is EURUSD and what I'm expecting. This is what I'm expecting on Monday open, that is tomorrow. Today, yeah, tomorrow. That's what I'm expecting. We might get this we might get this trade push to this area. What trade did we have? So this trade we took it in 1 hour. So I won't have okay. I don't think I need to narrow down to the lower time frame. But let's see maybe how we would have caught the trade. So in 15 minutes. So if you are not willing to take the trade aggressive, you should always wait for confirmation. That is, for me, I decided to take the trade aggressively. For those who didn't take the trade aggressively, so we had this confirmation here. We traded to the last 1 hour demand, and we had this invasion in 15 minutes. These are good confirmation in 4 hours and 1 hour. If you are taking trades from 4 hours and 1 hour, it's a good confirmation to take your trades. So we had this imbalance. We evaluated this imbalance. We traded back to this 15 minutes fair value gap and we respected it. And then we had a push. But if you check well, you have this small liquidity that is being created. So on Monday open, that is tomorrow, we might clear the liquidity first and then continue pushing up. Or we continue pushing up, we get a strong momentum to the upside. So this is our trade. Let me mark it out. So we're still holding this trade. So the level that we had given last time. So our OTE was around this area. We had this 5-minute fair value gap that was not traded. This area. I believe that, yeah, exactly. This is the level that we are expecting. So the stop loss around this area. So I take profit. Take profit in 1 hour after clearing the liquidity. So we might expect this also might give it a little push. So you can take your partials around here. So you will have already secured 1:5. So let this will be TP1. The start of this imbalance in 1 hour. We have TP1. So the next take profit will be around here after clearing this liquidity. So we have TP2. And then the last take profit. So we expect the market to come to around this area. So we have TP3. So overall it will be around 200 pips. And I believe this week we have CPI. So anything can happen. Tomorrow you might have strong momentum. You might consolidate. Either way, we'll still hold the trades. Let's hope break even are not taken out. So we'll go to the other pair. I had said we are going to add more pairs. So we'll also be trading USD CAD. So let's go to USD CAD. So we start our analysis as usual. We always start with weekly analysis. So if you check in USD CAD, like you have not been having a good momentum in weekly. Weekly has been kind of a consolidation, but still it has some good pips that you can trade. So we've been reacting from this weekly supply. If you check well, yeah, this is where you had this weekly supply. So if you check, you had this structure break to this area, then continue downward. So we have been reacting to this supply. So in weekly we don't have much to check. The only thing that you have to mark out this, you have this big gap. I want to mark this big gap. You have this, sorry, or you have this fair value gap in weekly. So this in respect to the long-term biases of the USD card. If at all USD will weaken, then we might come to this area. So last week we traded this weekly gap and pushed up. So here, the first time it came and took out liquidity. So let me mark this liquidity. We have this liquidity in weekly. So we had this first liquidity taken out. We came again and took this liquidity. We didn't manage to close the candle, but that's why I'm calling it a liquidity. So we took liquidity again. So from after taking this liquidity, we expect the market. There are those conferences after we take a certain high or a low. When they are met, that means the market might reverse. That is. So given that we took the first liquidity in weekly, we failed to create a new high. We failed to create a new high again. So we expect this market to push. We expect sell from this area. And given that we have also done analysis on DXY, and you are seeing that DXY, we expect sales on DXY given from the point that is reacting from. So we'll narrow down to daily. Daily we are kind of consolidating. Let's go to 4 hours. So this is what we have in 4 hours. So we had this structure, break. We had a structure. So we had a market structure shift here. Move the weekly analysis. We have this structure shift in 4 hours. I'll mark it as C. So we had this break of structure. I had the market structure shift. We came and traded this imbalance. So this is an imbalance. The whole of this is an imbalance. It was not traded. We came and traded this imbalance, but never took out this high. So we never took out this high. After that, so we came down, traded this 4 hours inversion. Traded this 4 hours inversion, respected the gap. So and now we have this pullback to this area. So let's go to 1 hour. So when you check 1 hour, we had a good confirmation around this area. So we have come to our 4 hours zone, that is the 4 hours imbalance that has a jump, that is. So from this jump, we had a market structure shifting in 1 hour in the lower time frame. So we had this structure shifting 1 hour. So we expecting the market to come and react from this is the ultimate zone that you expect the market to react from, given that you have this 1 hour fair value gap. I'll mark it out as 1 hour fair value gap. So price might come to this area, react from this area, and then now we can come and take this low. So if we get a trade from here, then we'll be targeting the first low and then the second low here. So this will be our trade from this area. Yeah, that's what we expect. Let's check the 4 hours. So we target that first low. Ultimately, we'll target this area. So we have take profit 1, take profit 2, then take profit 3. So on USD pairs, that's what I expect. Those two pairs that I've done analysis. So that's what I expect in USD CAD. Yeah, that's what I expect in USD CAD. So anyone with a question before I proceed? So I'll give Lex a chance to present. I'll take you through GPU pairs. Lex, so you can take us through GPU pairs. You can start presenting.
Let me make you a host.
Let me make you a host. Okay, you can present. I don't have to make you a host.
Okay. So then let's go through GPY, GPY. First of all, I want to start with. Okay. Let me present some. Okay. If you check, I'll start with the news about this week, especially tomorrow. You check, tomorrow we have bank holiday for Euro, and then we have a bank holiday for Canadian dollar, then we have a bank holiday for USD. Okay, so actually, it's high probable that Euro USD will not move at all tomorrow because we have bank holidays for both, right? So probably it will not move. So that means tomorrow we won't see any trade for USD CAD because both pairs, both pairs have bank holidays. So most probable that it won't move